Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 BMW M340i. This model is finished off in mineral white metallic. It has an MSRP just over $64,000. So we don't have a ton of options for this particular model, but we do have a rear wheel drive version. I have been able to check out the all wheel drive version as well. So this is powered by the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbocharged engine. It's paired to the mild hybrid system along with the 8-speed automatic. Pumps out 386 horsepower, 398 pound-feet of torque. That power sent to the rear wheels, propelling this 3,900-pound sedan from 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds, and it has a top speed up to 180 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at the exterior styling, this model features the M Sport package, which provides it with all the gloss black. So you'll see that for the grille. There's also the forward-facing camera, active grille shutters just behind that. There's parking sensors up front, all of the LEDs with the dark housing, which looks nice. And then there's also some more inlets on the far edges and some nice lines that come down the hood. This model is also equipped with a very nice set of gloss black wheels with the red M Sport brakes. There's the power folding side mirrors with the camera and the turn signal, sunroof up top, more gloss black for all the window trim, and then take a look at that line in that lower section of the door. There's also one at the height of the door handles too, just to give this a great sedan style. There's also gloss black for the trunk mounted spoiler, backup camera, LEDs for those dark housings in the back. There's parking sensors down below, as well as all the gloss black for the diffuser and the dual exhaust, which you can remote start just by triple tapping on that lock button. You can also use the button on the key fob or underneath to open up the power trunk. Now in the back, you do get some storage on one side, a little bit more on the other. You can also fold the back seats down too, so just pull on those tabs. There's no storage underneath the floor, but you still get an adequate amount of space for this smaller sedan. Now, you can also lock and unlock this from the back door handles too. And on the interior, there's all the brushed aluminum, Harman Kardon interior lighting, even additional storage in that lower section. And then at 5'10", it's pretty easy to hop into the back. I have a good bit of space. There's no storage pockets, which would be nice to see. You have your vents, temperature adjustments, some auxiliaries too. And then you do get the armrest with cup holders. You can also fold down this middle seat. And I have about a ½ inch or so of headroom. So it's surprisingly roomy for being on the smaller side. Now up front, you have your memory seating adjustments, window controls, side mirror adjustments, additional storage, and then you have one manual adjustment for these automatic seats. Let's start this back up where we have the leather steering wheel with that flat bottom design. There's the paddle shifters, as well as volume, tuning, Bluetooth and voice commands. You have cruise control settings on that left side. You can also use this button right in the middle to go through a lot more content. So you can scroll through all of this, and you can even adjust the layout. So depending on how you'd like to view that information, you have a few different settings, and you have a few for the head-up display. So you can go through all of those. Now you have headlight adjustments, one air vent, and then with the infotainment system, you can get through all this information. You have quite a lot of icons that you can scroll through here. On your home screen, you have the split style, so you can go through info on this left side as well as view the nav. You can get into all of your climate functions there, as well as the nav and music. And then this model has heated seats, heated steering wheel, and you have your temperature adjustments on both sides. There's this wood trim accent with air vents and more lighting, power and volume tuning, some defrosters. There's also wireless charging, cup holders, and auxiliaries. You can use all of these for the infotainment system, so you don't have to use it as a touch screen system. We put this into reverse. We have the backup camera. There's also automatic parking as well as the backup assistance, and you have all the views that you need, including the forward-facing angle as well. There's drive and sport mode along with park, and then a few different drive modes too, which will change the exhaust note slightly if you'd like to do that. You have auto hold and the e-brake. There's also some auxiliaries in the armrest there, as well as plenty of storage in the glove box. And then garage door buttons up top. You have dome lights and the adjustments for the sunshade and sunroof. And then here's a look at visibility. It's pretty easy to see over both sides. And we're still in sport mode. We'll go to second gear. Here we go. And a mild acceleration, we are up to speed. Again, paddles are very responsive. I like the sizing of them too. They have a good size to them so that we can easily get them on both sides. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the new M340i. A really nice place to be. Now, one comment I do want to address, I've seen a lot of people saying they would like to go with the 340 if it had a manual transmission. I think that would be really neat to see from BMW. They've reserved that for the M3, of course, but I think that would be neat to see a manual 340. It's just something that I don't think is quite as popular with BMW owners, and maybe it's just something they reserve for the true M cars and not the M Lite like this, because the BMW 240i does not have a manual, but the M2 has the manual option. So I guess I could see it would be neat, but you do have to go up to the M3 if you do want that manual transmission. But regardless, super fun vehicle to drive, and you do have a lot of options that you can go with. So if you want to spec more options, you have the option to do that. You don't have quite as many as the 3 or the M3. You do get a few more options compared to the 330. So again, it's that nice sweet spot. And for the price, it's pretty competitive with some of the other competitors in this price point and what they offer. And personally, I would go with the M340 if I had to compare to other brands. I know the large curved screen isn't for everyone, but it's growing on me as far as all the controls and how everything works. And if you're not, again, looking for a large vehicle, hopefully we can do this without having to back up. Pretty tight in the turning there, which is nice. And then as we get back up to speed, it sounds good too in sport mode, and you can just quiet it down in comfort or eco mode and just have a normal luxury SUV or sedan to drive here. So very sporty, very practical. It's a good option to go with. I could see why it's popular. Personally, I would go with the M3. I like that added performance, but you really can't go wrong with this. And with the engine and the platform for this, if modding and tuning is something that you are interested in, you have a lot of support for the 340. So this is a great vehicle, and it just has a lot to offer. That's going to wrap it up for the 2025 BMW M340i. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this model for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.